injured here. 3v3 Angel Gate, blue team. First up is Marko as a Black Legion Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through cover and cannot be suppressed. Fights melee combat, good offense and disruption. Alongside, Awesome Noob is a Lictor Alpha melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt, has some great offense too, stalking around. And rounding out blue team is classy Brother Captain David, who plays a Brother Captain, good offense and support, fights melee. Looks like he's going to take down the Force Commander here, yes, good durability as well, and walk through cover and cannot be suppressed. The Force Commander of Killer Jebus 7 has tried to take the garrison but does go down, got too close to base turrets, but when he is walking around, is an offensive melee commander with good versatility, can tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Alongside, still walking around, is Mr. SparkleLuv as a Warboss, angry melee commander that walks through cover, good offense, disruption and support from the front lines, executing a Termagant with a sync kill to the face. There's a stomp which misses. Rounding out red team, MojoKid is a Warlock, good mobility, melee commander with awesome disruption, can also tank damage really well with the white war gear. It's Angel Gate then. We have victory points right outside both the teams' bases. Natural obviously, contested VP in the northeast corner, natural powers in southeast and northwest, and 2 power nodes contested in the southwest. Quite a tightly packed 3v3 map with lots of garrisons, lots of places with annoying pathfinding, such as this area here. Spawn mines in amongst stuff. Dire Avengers trying to retreat past those Hormagaunts. The Hormagaunts did not attack them though. Huge mistake. Hormagaunts themselves just about getting away. Spawn mine still in play from Awesome Noob, who only has single Termagants, or did he lose a Termagant brood? I'm not sure. Chaos Lord still bullying Dire Avengers, who lose a couple of models to those Spawn mines. Spawn mines are a very good garrison counter if you can get them close enough, and there's a sync kill from the Chaos Lord. Demon Sword to the head. Here comes Sluggers. There's Kill the Weak. Nicely done. And he retreats. Could have stayed in play there, I think. Had Chaos Space Marines and Heretics in support. Termagants use Krypton Poison on the Warboss, slowing him down to a crawl, but he soon snaps out of it. And as that red team are going to take the top with double shooters and sluggers up here from SparkleLuv. Killer Jebus is back on his feet. Not sure if he was revived or repurchased. 500, 434. It's a 2-ton cat, and Devastator is setting up for Jebus right in the face of the Brother Captain. They don't suppress him though. He's able to tie them up and get an awesome special attack off. One of these Psycho special attacks, which does 360 knockback, seems to have 2 special attacks to Brother Captain. There's a big forward-facing sweep as well. Strike Squad are on the field. Durable heavy infantry, very versatile and tough. Good melee and ranged in tier 1. Killer Jebus with his tactical marines. Also versatile heavy infantry, can get specialized weapons in tier 2. Both of these guys can get flamers, so garrisons need to watch out what's going on mid. Howling Banshees with double Dire Avengers for MojoKid. Lictor Alpha still stalking around. Red team obviously know they're against an infiltrated commander, and we do have a Nob leader on these shooters. He will be able to detect that Lictor Alpha from longer range. 479, 431, 2-ton cat for red team. And here come red back into their own half, not wanting to push here, even though they're both together. If you're not going to push when you're together, when are you going to push? Was that some faking out from both teams? Marko with double Chaos Space Marines, heavy infantry, good melee and ranged combat, can be very offensive and specialized in tier 2 with marks. Also has some havocs with a heavy bolter will suppress, and a barb strangler is up for Awesome Noob with single Termagants into warriors. Looks like most of the action's bottom at the moment. We have scouts running away from the Brother Captain. Starts off with the awesome We Are the Hammer buff. The Force Commander himself, of course, starts off with an area of effect buff, his battle cry. Assault Marines jumping in here. Now, how is Brother Captain David gonna respond to that? Fight fire with fire, maybe get some interceptors. He does need to deal with these Devastators reliably. He does have the non-suppressible Brother Captain, but he can't really run into Devastators every time. in retreat now. Force Commander forces them off. Maybe the Power Sword for the Force Commander would be a good idea. Blue team are capping top. You have Grenade Launcher Heretics. Grenade Launchers are a decent garrison counter. You see them working away on this Guardian Weapon team in this bunker here. Going to force them off as well and suppress them as they get out. Sluggers with Burners, also a great garrison counter with Burn That House. 465, 409, and we have 2 fully upgraded shooter squads, and that's not cheap for Mr. SparkleLuv. Needs to make that count now, needs to get some model losses. Chaos Lord in retreat. Devastator's losing lots of health, I can see. Does he have? He does have Grenade Launcher Stormtroopers. You have Flamer Tactical Marines who use their Kraken Bolts, giving them that 20% damage increase versus that Strike Squad since they are heavy infantry. Brother Captain outnumbered big time at bot, but he's hanging in reasonably well. There is the Disruptive Grenade Barrage when the Assault Marines jump in. Going straight after the Strike Squad. Force Command in there with a special attack as well. Strike Squad down to half hit points. Might lose a model here. Here we see the Battle Cry special attacks going off, giving plus 10% damage for every one of those special attacks he performs. Can reasonably easily get it up to 30% if you get 3 of those special attacks off. 463, 383. 2-ton cap for blue, and Killer Jebus 7 does very well at the bottom and retains both of those power points. Look at this, red team hitting power now. They have Burners, they have Banshees. But these sluggers are meleeing. They should be using range stance so they can use those Burners. But they'll do the job anyway. Chaos Lord has the Dark Halo up. And he has the Harness of Rage. So he is set up to be a melee monster later on. Harness of Rage gives him 10% more melee damage. And the regains energy which powers the Dark Halo. 459, 377. Maybe Lightning Claws, maybe the Blood Maul. Red team are capping northeast. This is MojoKid's Warlock, has the Immolator. What else do we have on the commanders? Awesome Noob has nothing. Brother Captain David has nothing. SparkleLuv has nothing. And Killer Jebus has nothing. 445, 377. Everyone in or going tier 2. Zone Throat coming on the way for Awesome Noob. Lost his Hormagaunts. What's going on here? Trying to hit power of his Lictor Alpha. Has Termagant still. They're getting the Endless Swarm. Going to come up to 10 models now, and Spore Mines dropped on that garrison. This is dangerous. Global ability off the Lictor Alpha. Very good anti-garrison. Are they going to detonate or what? There we go. There's one. 436, 377. There is a cooldown on the detonation. Of course, you do have a chance to get the hell out of there. Can they finish off the Shuriken? No, couldn't get the last detonation off. Wow, would have wiped them, I think, as well. And the sluggers with the hip get hit. 436, 373. Chaos Lord capping top. What's this? It's Brother Captain David trying to push against Red's Natural. Tactical Marine's going to lose a model here. Brother Captain in there with his 30 DPS power melee weapon and does take one down. Much like the Chaos Lord, who starts with 30 DPS power melee weapon. Assault Squad with their Sergeant gives them a Power Sword. And Merciless Strikes allows them to take up and stay in melee fights much better. Howling Banshees all of a sudden aren't quite as scary when you have Merciless Strike to use. Double CSM still with absolutely no upgrades for Marko. And they're getting tied up by Assault Squad. Here come Termagants 436, 344. Purifies on the field for Brother Captain David. Can he get some Librarian support? Ouch! Zone Throat whacked by a Plasma Grenade. Nicely done by MojoKid. Awesome Noob just not paying attention to his Zone Throat at that moment. Warrior Brood missing model also has Gene Stealers though. You might see this Warrior Brood switch to Adrenal Glands. And again, red team are hitting power, and we have a Power Claw Warboss on the field with the Trophy Rack, an awesome accessory. Warboss has such great accessories. 431, 340. What is this? A Webway Gates? Yes, there it is. 423, 340. The Warlock Webway Gate actually has a heal ability attached to it. Chaos Lord now kitted out with his Lightning Claws, the most scary power weapon in the game, 100 DPS power melee damage. Also give you Destructive Strike. What's in here? It's a Shuriken in the structure. Red team not letting up this pressure, might be able to hit this power. It looks like Mr. SparkleLuv is going to try just that. Still with rocking these double shooters and sluggers. Fully upgraded all 3 squads, and MojoKid with double Dark Reapers, one of them already out, and Brother Captain David does have the Librarian. Let's see how this guy plays out. Starts off with some Orks on ability, starts off with Smite, much like the Space Marines Librarian. Also starts off with Purge though, which increases the damage a unit takes by 30% for a full 30 seconds. It's a really awesome debuff, and he wipes out those Devastators there. Strat squad now in retreat. Purifies in amongst with those power weapons, and the Brother Captain has his Force Staff, Nemesis Warding Staff, sorry. Almost 84 power melee DPS, and an awesome support ability as well with Ward. You saw it there on those Purifiers. Lots of stuff dying here. 401, 308. Terminate Librarian can also get... Ouch, down goes the Chaos Lord with that Power Claw. Warboss still in level 2 though. 401, 293. Warlock getting too close to base. That was good pressure by red. They've lost the VP in the meantime. In fact, there's a triple cap for blue. Was gonna say the Librarian can also get the Might of Titan and Shrouding. He can have a hell of a lot of abilities to manage, and in fact Cody Turnum is on the way, which gives him Shrouding. 401, 258, a triple cap for blue. 1 power node each to the bottom. This one just about alive with 1 hit point. More Spore Mines for Awesome Noob, not scared of using Spore Mines, is he? Gene Stealer's got hit though. Spore Mines do friendly fire. Gene Stealer's in retreat, and he does not have Adrenal Glands to give those Gene Stealers melee synapse, and might lose this Warrior Brood model. No, that was lucky. 1 hit from the Warboss there would have wiped them. MojoKid just lost a ton of stuff, only has double Dark Reapers and a Shuriken Cannon left. What the heck happened? Venom Brood backing off now. Anti-vehicle unit. Not much point in getting their range synapse since there's only Termagants on the field, which would benefit. Terminate Librarian back at base. Purifiers do not have their Justicar yet, gives them that heavy melee Demon Hammer. 401, 202. Heretics backing away, level 2. Warboss capping northeast now. MojoKid apparently had some kind of retreat bug, which may have been the reason why he lost so much stuff. Still has double Dark Reapers, so long range plasma damage. Bad news for Marko and Brother Captain David. Look at the damage on these Cursed Space Marines who run the hell away. They have Eternal War and Marko Zinch. These guys have Eternal War, Marko Zinch, and they're aspiring champion. 401, 198. Havocs will set up in their faces. There was one volley though, and the Immolator, nicely done by MojoKid, forces them off. Is there much point forcing melee on the retreating units with Dark Reapers? Not sure. He's might wipe them out here. 401, 198. Stop shooting, would have wiped them there. Here come Purifiers, who are shrouded by the Terminate Librarian. And here comes the Brother Captain 2, he's level 3. Purifiers in amongst those Dark Reapers, absolutely wrecking stuff. The Purifiers have the longest charge range in the game, and Dark Reapers got absolutely destroyed. Wraithguard are up for MojoKid. 401, 198. It's a 1-to-1 cap. Red team struggling. SparkleLuv does have a battle wagon on the way though. Look how much requisition blue team are floating here. That's unbelievable. Almost 1600 for Marko. Those Wraithguard are not actually there, don't worry, they got into the Weber Gate in time. 397, 198. Here is that Wraithguard squad, short range artillery unit, good damage to all targets, and they will suppress infantry. There's a double for red, Tactical Marines decapping and now running the hell away. Force Commander in amongst with his Power Fist and Teleporter Pack, takes out a Chaos Marine and levels the 3. Here comes that Brother Captain though. This Warding Staff is no joke in melee. 367, 198. Gene Stealers now with Adrenal Rush. Has a lot of stuff to take on though without melee Synapse, so we do have melee Synapse in fact. Adrenal Glands is up for the Warrior Brood. 353, 198 is a double cap steal for red. Warboss gets a stomp and runs away, has his heavy armor. 1848 hit points at level 3. Gives 900 health, heavy armor. By far the biggest health increase from any armor. I think the closest is Armor of Pestilence with plus 600. 325, 198. Wraithguard in the building. Not sure what this Warrior Brood is trying to do. Lictor Alpha is there. What has he got? He's fully kitted out now. Corrosive Claws, Deadly Jump, and a Lone Hunter. Bit of a small map, I think, to try and make Lone Hunter work. Warlock trying to force off this Warrior Brood. They're going to turn on him. There we go. They have heavy melee damage with their Adrenal Glands, and they might take him out here. Not quite. Here comes a battle wagon. Loads of Orks head out, and here comes the Dapper. Put one squad inside the battle wagon and it improves greatly. All of the guns start to fire and it gets a speed boost. Right now there's 3 squads inside it. You can tell by those yellow lights on the side. Chaos Lord's level 4. More Dark Creepers from MojoKid. Try to avoid Purifiers this time. Look how much requisition the blue team have. There's a Zone Throat now for Awesome Noob. Last one wiped by a Plasma Grenade. Gene Stealers on the prowl. Really elite melee infantry with power weapons and a self-heal Adrenal Rush ability. Getting plus 60% health from this Warrior Brood. If they were close enough, that is. 281, 198. Zone Throat hits the field for Awesome Noob. There he is. Artillery unit that doesn't need to set up. Also gives a health regen Synapse to Tyranids. And look at this, Battle Wagon used a hit power here, nicely done by Mr. SparkleLuv. 269, 198 it is easy to lose sight of hitting these powers on this map since they're so out of the way. There's the 2-to-1 for red. Spore Mine's dropped on the Dark Creepers, really liking the Spore Mine usage by Awesome Noob. Wraithguard get inside the garrison. We have Vanguard Veterans on the field, 1st Company Assault Marines with power weapons galore, Thunderhammer, Lightning Claw and 2 Power Swords, and they're fighting Purifiers. This is an interesting fight. Purifiers get warded though, and they were shrouded I think. Shroud now gives a plus 25% damage buff as well. The Terminator Librarian is insane support now. 221, 198 double cap for red team. MojoKid goes to tier 3. Blue team all still in tier 2. Marko could go. Look how much stuff he's floating. What's he doing? 205, 198. Battle Wagon did not level up. It's a super unit. That was something inside leveling up. Here comes the Chaos Lord. Can't get an anti-vehicle weapon himself, but rear armor hits with those Lightning Claws will do a decent job. Warboss goes after him and he runs away. The Warlock is there. Lots and lots of power pressure by red team. And look at the map, it's almost always completely red almost. What a comeback. There were 300 VPs down or something like that at one point I think. There's the 2-to-1 warp throw from the Warlock. He has Switchblade of Kurnus now, Champion's Robe and the warp throw. And his power is going to be completely wiped again. Marko does go tier 3. Maybe he was concerned about his lack of power income to go tier 3, but he does go. Maybe could have stayed tier 2, got some Chaos Dreadnoughts on the field. 149, 198. They need something to deal with this battle wagon. I don't think the Venom Brood alone were going to be enough. What about the Havocs? We do see an autocannon. Gene Stealers can hurt vehicles reasonably well with their power weapons if they use Adrenal Rush. 149, 195. But need their Rending Claws to really hurt vehicles. This Warlock is going to die surely. Yes, Chaos Lord takes him down in retreat. And they found the Webway Gate and down it goes. Venom Brood are a detector unit for Tyranids, as are warriors. Lictor Alpha level 4 runs away. Decent Webway Gate usage by red team, I think. Nice use of globals. Webway and Spore Mines dropped quite a lot. Marko, how much red does he have? 426. Brother Captain David with almost 500, which is enough for a nuke. SparkleLuv has some flash kits on the way. 149, 178, so 1-to-1 cap. Wraithguard trying to cap this contested VP. Here come Gene Stealers, which are instantly forced off, and now the Chaos Lord is in amongst those Wraithguard, absolutely demolishing them with his lightning claws. Almost the worst thing they can get into a melee fight with. 149, 178. Battle Wagon using its death roller. Taking a lot of damage from this Venom Brood. Here come Warrior Brood as well with the Green of Lands. And Battle Wagon runs away. Purifies going after Vanguard Veterans. Now in retreat, these guys at level 3 have done well, losing a model there to the Vanguard Veterans, who are still level 1. Vanguard and Stern God both reset your level. Brother Captain has gone down. More Spore Mines on the field. How many have we seen? 139, 178. What is this? Chaos Lord is reviving the Brother Captain, and Assault Terminators hit the field for Killer Jebus. Ouch. Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields to start off. Lots and lots of melee heavy damage and huge amounts of durability. 5,400 hit points. They can get Lightning Claws, which makes them incredibly scary against infantry, but not so much versus vehicles. 139, 176. Still that 1-to-1 cap. It's close. Brother Captain losing his strike squad along the way, and Awesome Noob getting a Tyrant Guard. Sacred Standard is up for Killer Jebus. Constant damage buff, and these Chaos Space Marines are just getting hard countered by the Wraith Guard and the Dark Creepers. 132, 176. Wraith Guard cannot be suppressed, so they are very, very good at taking out turrets and stuff like that. Have a speed buff with the Warlock attached there. Gives them Wraith Sight. 125, 176. Tactical Marines seem to always be very low on health. But they're level 2 with a Flamer. Don't want to run into the Chaos Lord, that's for sure, and they back the hell off when they see him. Auto Cannon getting good shots there on the Battle Wagon. Are the Orks going to get out? They are going to get out. Here comes a Tyrant Guard. Does 95 heavy melee damage per hit, this thing, with a 16 damage splash. This thing can really, really hurt. 2,500 hit points of super heavy infantry armor and a self-heal. Just 55 power, this thing, but it is very, very slow, as you can see. It does not have Synapse, but it does have Synapse, the Venom Brood, providing it there. Chaos Terminator is hitting the field now for Marko. 98, 176, 2-to-1 cap for red. Can they hold on? Blue team had such a huge lead at one point. Look how much resources Brother Captain has. Over 800 red, almost 2,000 rec. Marko has 2,200 requisition. 87, 176. Should he get some more Chaos Space Marines on the field? Some more Heretics, something. You see this demoralizing effect by the Chaos Terminators whenever they make a kill, forcing off the Orks. I think it's minus 5% damage and plus 2% damage received every time they get that kill. Not sure how long it lasts and how high it can stack though. 72, 176, 2-to-1 cap for red. Tyrant Guard catching the Warboss in retreat. Look at the damage. Lost a whole bunch of health though. Might want to go into shield wall. Chaos Terminators shooting up the Warboss as he retreats, but he does get away. Chaos Lord having a look around at the corpses. Finds the Webway Gate, does he? Yes. 61, 176. 1-to-1 cap. 1 power node each at the bottom. Purifiers are still around. Still level 3. Brother Captain now has the Psychic Lash. Pretty much like a flesh hook for him. There is Ward on the Purifiers. Minus 30% damage for these guys now. Where is that Terminator Librarian? It's right there. There's a Smite. There is Veil of Time on the Lightning Claw Assault Terminators. This is a nasty melee fight now. Grey Knight Dreadnought is there. And it's gone for the Dreadnought Claws, so it's full of close combat now. 61-160. Not often you see Lightning Claw Terminators back away from a melee fight, but now they turn to engage. Purifiers chasing down Tactical Marines. There's a Melter Bomb on the Grey Knight Dreadnought, goes off, snaring its movement, but did get the Emperor's Fist off, stunning these Terminators. 61-147. Want to stay with this fight. Purifiers leveling to 4, 2,700 to 28 hit points now. Wow, they're going to wipe those Tactical Marines as well. Or are they? Yes, they are. 61-138. Here you see Psychic Field going off. Force Commander's gone down as well. And Brother Captain is absolutely terrorizing Killer Jebus here. With that Dreadnought alongside, which has leveled to 2 already. And oh man, completely whacked Killer Jebus almost. 61-138. What an awesome fight that was. Those Terminators with the autocannon taking lots of damage from this Falcon. Nice to see a support vehicle out late game. Warboss level 5, almost 2,000 hit points. He's going to take down the Chaos Lord, but he did cap. 61-132, there's the 2-1. Tyrant Guard is shield walling. What is Killer Jebus going to do? Get some more Terminators soon. What does he want to? After the beating he just got handed. Level 4 Terminator Librarian. Look at this guy, 1197 hit points. Brother Captain didn't finish that cap. 61-114. That might be a big mistake. Lictor Alpha in retreat. He's level 6, done well. Chaos Lord still down. Autocannon getting shots off on that Warboss. These Marko each guys level 4. Nearly always reach level 4. Here comes the Battle Wagon again though, and that was some crazy damage there. Wraith God I think got a volley off as well. Haven't been able to deal with this Battle Wagon at all. There's an Eldritch Storm. There's the Eldar nOob, even completely wipes out those Termagants. Good grief. 61-101. Flash kits are up and they have their blasters hiding away there. Here comes that Dreadnought. Not sure how much DPS this thing has with its claw, but I'm going to assume it's more than the Space Marine Dreadnought's 100 heavy melee. Probably a bit closer to the Venerable Dreadnought, has 1430 hit points at level 2. 48-101. Autocannon getting shots off, getting some rear armor hits as well. Here comes the Falcon with the energy field, makes it into a very, very hardy vehicle. Transporting around Dark Creepers and Wraith Guard, almost wiping out the Havocs. In fact, they might. It's a level 4 Havocs, and down they go. 37-101. MojoKid needs repairs. Sluggers can oblige, but I'm not sure where they are. They're probably inside the Battle Wagon. Mr. SparkleLuv floating insane amounts of resources. Blasters going off. Really good area of effect damage. Chaos Lord is just going to use his shield. Level 8 Chaos Lord to try and decap here. 31-101. Paladins on the field for classy Brother Captain David. He has almost maxed out his red as well at 990. Chaos Lord doesn't want to do that by himself. Look at this though. Blue team taking reds naturally. They have the 2-1. 31-94. Where are those Paladins? Here they are. He now has a constant damage buff for all of his stuff and a damage reduction buff as well. Stormtroopers are still alive, level 4. Might have a huge engagement here. Dreadnought taking shots. 31-84. There's the 1-to-1 cap. Red team are taking a natural again. Paladins do have very good heavy melee damage with these demon hammers, and they've gone for the wrist-mounted side cannon as well. So they're pretty nasty anti-vehicle unit now. Can they take down the Battle Wagon finally? Nope, here come more Assault Terminators with Lightning Claws again. You've got double Assault Terminators. No, this is a second squad, sorry, with their Storm Shield still. Lost a whole bunch of health there. Just being countered by the Dreadnought's Fist and all of this awesome melee that Brother Captain David has. There's a Rocks on the VP. Trying to stop the cap. Paladins just calmly walk out of the way and resume capping. teleports. Commander needs to use Flesh over Steel on this Dreadnought. Why isn't he using it? Brother Captain putting ward on himself. No sign of the psychic field from the Purifiers. There's a smite from the Terminator Librarian. Lots of stuff going on here. 884. Here comes a Carnifex to push home against the Reds right into their base. Terminators down to one model. Terminators have been handled by Brother Captain David quite remarkably here. 880 went up against Lightning Claw Terminators in melee and rolled them twice. There's a Land Raider Phobos goes down, didn't even know it was on the field. 874, Avatar is on the way. There's a 2-1 for blue, can they hold on? There's an Orbital. Got a bunch of Orks. This is a tier 3 Lictor for Awesome Noob. Current Guard is still around. Level 2. Carnifex is a Thornback. There's a kill from the Grey Knight Dreadnought. Gives them that inspiration on a melee kill. Paladin is teleporting in, going after the Lightning Claw Terminators. There's a smite. Terminator Librarian probably using Curse, or Purge, sorry, as it's called, in those engagements to really hurt these Terminators. There is ward on the Paladins, taking on 2 Terminator squads there. Cannot level, of course, they lose a model. Here's an Avatar, and his Paladins in trouble. They've used their teleport, now needing to run the hell away. nOob squad on the field for SparkleLuv. 848. There's a single cap for blue. I think this Grey Knight Dreadnought's going to go down. Down it goes. Did very well. I think he got to level 3 or so. There's a Wailing Doom. Purifiers in retreat as they are. 27, 28 hit points. Is this more Spore Mines? Yes, it is. A bit too late though. Everything went away. This is a big blob. Wraith Guard are level 3 and they have the Wraith Bone. That's kind of getting shots. Chaos Terminators went way too long to back away. Need to use their teleport. Must be on cooldown. Slugger's chasing them. Level 4 Sluggers. Wow. Almost 2,000 hit points on these guys. And the Chaos Terminators do teleport out. It's 8 and 10. 2-ton cap for blue. Are they going to hold on here? Brother Captain David doing an awesome job at the bottom. There's a Hell Fury. Grey Knight Terminator is now on the field, going after the Avatar with the Liber Demonica, giving him hammer hand. And there is the game. Blue team take it with a double cap at the end. Sorry, a 2-1 at the end. Good grief. Awesome stuff. Some amazing melee fights at the bottom here between the Grey Knights and the Space Marines. I'm sure I missed tons of stuff. Didn't even know the Phobos was on the field until it went down. Can't believe how much requisition Marko has. Almost 1600 at the end of the game. Amazing stuff. Awesome Noob. Could have got a Swarm Lord. Wow. Blue team just about held on. Red team came back like crazy. Lots and lots of power harass by red as well. But blue team do take it. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.